Mr. Chairman, thank you. I am in complete support of this. This is a brilliant piece of common sense legislation that provides an additional set of controls that reinforces the constitutionality of our Commonwealth. It provides a check and balance to allow the citizens to have a recourse to a regulatory body where the executive branch in any administration, and I'm not just referring to current administrations, but in the past, it might be overstepping the legislative intent of something. And I'll give you an example. We had a bill this morning, House Bill 2017, the purpose of which was to reverse a revenue bulletin 2017-02. The significance of that regulation in and of itself could determine the value of whether or not the Commonwealth is a friendly place to operate and whether or not Apple or Amazon or any other business decides to locate here. I've been getting calls from corporate clients across the board, constituents across the board, asking where does this make sense? House Bill 2027, another bill in which 1099 miscellaneous income provides an unbelievable burden on tax practitioners and small business owners of untold consequences. And those of you sitting in this room, if you think it's of no consequence, this bill that was passed as part of the tax code last year and the implementing instructions are of such a nature it will make your life miserable, and you won't even know it until you get hit with the penalties. And then House Bill 1579, as an example, is to correct a regulatory issue in which the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Revenue decided not to accept the per diem legislation that's been approved by the federal government and virtually every other state except the Commonwealth, which requires citizens to then keep detailed receipts rather than using per diem. The net consequence of that is a $30 million tax windfall to the Commonwealth, when in fact what it really means is because the burden of filling out the paperwork is so great, the taxpayer, typically truck drivers, not your top 1%, as I often hear comments about, are thrown under the bus and decide to pay the 3.07% tax because their tax preparer said, you know, we can charge you $200 to save you the $180 in taxes. Tell me what you want to do. You know, so this is an idea for us to give citizens power. The rank and file member of the Commonwealth who's out there struggling to make a living. This bill's a brilliantly executed bill. It provides a check and balance to a regulatory process back in control with the legislative branch as was originally intended when there's a balance of power between the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature.